Hey guys, it's Megan.
It's Dylan.
Welcome back here to the Wolterman Homestead. Today we wanted to share little Miss Evelyn's birth story with you guys. I am going to put like a little disclaimer up front and say if you do not want to see raw video footage, you done with the bow? If you do not want to see a raw video footage of me giving birth, this video is probably not for you. So I was 42 weeks pregnant, and the midwife wanted to have some ultrasounds done. And so we drove up and had those done. And there were some things that kind of popped up with the fluid levels. And so she recommended that we go and have a non-stress test done. And so we drove up to Indianapolis and we had that done. And that midwife, along with our midwife, kind of consulted over the things that popped up with everything. And they recommended that we kind of start some natural induction. And so they swept my membranes. That is not a pleasant thing to have done. And we headed home. So on our way home, we stopped and we picked up my best friend. Here. But so on the way home, we stopped and picked up my best friend Heather and some castor oil and came home. And did you lay down? Or you were up for a little bit. But Dylan ended up laying down to try and get some sleep. And Heather and I stayed up and we watched a movie and just prayed constantly, and we did some mile circuit moves. And about 11:45 she decided that she was going to go home because nothing had really progressed throughout the evening. And so she headed home and I decided I was going to go lay down in bed. And so it was about midnight and I had a contraction hit me. Now I've had 2 hospital births and I had an epidural with both. Pretty kind of, the first one very early on. With Easton I was, 7 centimeters dilated, somewhere in that. And so I knew what the contractions felt like. And I just thought, wow. And so I laid there for a minute and to see, if I get hit with another one. And sure enough, 2 minutes later, another contraction hit. Do you want to put her on the floor?
She's okay.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah, she's my love. I love her.
She's a little bouncing ball of energy.
She is.
But so about 2 minutes later, another contraction hit. And so I hit the button on my contraction timer app and just started counting them. And about the third contraction, being 2 minutes apart, I woke up Dylan and I was like, hey, I think it's happening. And so I got up, went to the bathroom, and they started rolling. It was 30 seconds long, and then they started getting a little bit longer, but they were about every 2 minutes apart, and they did not let up like the rest of my labor. And so he grabbed the phone, he called our amazing doula, and she was here within 45 minutes probably?
Yes.
The doula was here in about 45 minutes, and we had called the midwife. Now she had been an hour away, and so it took her an hour to get here. And we'll share some pictures. My aunt was here, and so she took pictures of the birth process and just all of the labor and everything. Why don't you share your thoughts of the home birth?
Absolutely. My experience, I was just so truly blessed. The support system and family and friends that were surrounded us.
Yeah.
I mean, compared to our 2 hospital births, I mean, the environment compared to a home birth, I mean, there's absolutely no comparison.
Yeah.
I just felt being in our own home, we were more comfortable, we were more stable, and we just had a well-rounded system of support from everyone.
Yeah.
And just being able to witness that and be here in our own home was, it was just truly incredible. And versus in a hospital, I'm not really a big hospital fan anyways. Hospitals are,
It's a system, and they want to keep to their protocols and their rules, and with our experience, they don't want to budge on certain things, and that's just not what we wanted.
yes.
And so being at home, it was wonderful. Do you have anything were you worried or nervous at all throughout the whole thing?
Yes, it's like anything new that you first go through. I was really nervous. I had lots of anxiety in the beginning, but when we got started and we
were
got
alone,
underway,
is that what you were afraid? Like when we were alone when it first started?
Yes,
That's why you were nervous.
I just wanted to make sure that Megan was in a great state of mind, and I wanted to do everything I possibly could to be there for her mentally. I tried to prepare myself as best as I could with calling our doula, calling our midwife, and getting everybody here as quick as possible. That was
what you needed.
My main train of thought when everything started. And it happened so fast. I mean, it is like a blink of an eye. Here we go.
It might not be fast for, at least with Evelyn. It might not be fast for everybody that was here, but like for me, it went by really fast.
So, I just want to introduce you to my lovely mom. This is Tracy. But a part of sharing my birth story, I wanted to share different perspectives of other people that were present, of, my other births with this home birth that we had with little Miss Evelyn. And so, I figured I'd just let her kind of share her take on it and what her thoughts were. So, when Megan told me she wanted to do a home birth with Evelyn, my very first thought was, you get to be in charge.
Yeah.
And so it was as the mom, to watch your daughter go through that, there were moments where it was just, to stand in awe is what I would say. Megan had a doula, April, and she is the most amazing person. And I honestly, and I've told Megan this, I'm not sure Megan could have done it without her doula.
Oh yeah. I totally think that. I get teary-eyed thinking about it.
Her doula got to the house 10 minutes before me and my sister were able to get to the house. And as I entered the front door, her doula was standing behind her with her hands wrapped around her abdomen. So she couldn't even see Megan's face. And she said, "How are your eyebrows?" And I thought, whoa, because she was feeling the contraction. She knew it was tense. And throughout the whole labor, April would say, Megan's voice, if she started to get a little tense and her pitch would begin to go a little higher, April would say,
she'd talk
"Follow me,
back down.
Come with me." And she'd do this guttural kind of moan. April would. And Megan would shift. It'd be like shifting gears in a car. She would shift and the whole pitch of her voice would come lower. And April would say, "Follow me. Listen, come with me." And she was like a coach. People have physical trainers for a workout or sports, and that's what a doula is and does.
Yeah.
She's an emotional
support system.
Amazing. And so, I have many memories from her delivery, but one of the most powerful ones as her mom to watch her go through it. She would change positions, right? She'd do something for a while and then she'd move. And at one point she said, "I want to walk." So she walked from the living room, through the dining room, through the kitchen. She went into her bedroom. She stood up and she bent her waist and she laid her head and her, kind of like her chest across the bed. And we had different things we would do for her back pain. We had a heating pad. And so I put this really hot heating pad on her back. And I'm standing right beside the right-hand side of her and I have a heating pad on her back. And within just a few minutes, and she'd been in labor for hours, within a few minutes, her whole body it just started trembling, just out, And Megan turned and looked at me and said, "I'm going into transition. This is it." And she watched her hand do this, her arm. And she said, "This is it." And she said, "I need to go get in the water. I need to go." And so she literally stopped. I took the heating pad off her back because she was walking away. She walked back into where the tub was all ready for her. And, she had contractions and it took her a few minutes, but she slowly lowered herself into the water. And as soon as she did, she leaned back. But she was in transition at that point, and her contractions slowed a little bit. And April even said that was good because it gave you a chance to catch your breath and prepare.
Yeah. I think, it was like maybe 10 minutes. Once I got into the birth pool, like I didn't have any contractions. And it did. It let me, I was able to lean against Dylan.
And like
And just
refocus,
relax. Yeah.
like refocus and know that it was almost over. We had the kids stayed with Dylan's
my mom
so
and
they were
my mom.
sleeping. But then I want you to tell the story.
I said
Ellie,
we got Ellie. About when I hit transition.
we all said, Ellie,
Yeah.
we need to get Ellie here before she's born.
Yeah.
Because Megan had told Ellie she could be there.
Gosh, I'm so emotional.
So, I think
It is.
Dylan's mom, I guess like it's a blur.
Yeah.
I guess
Lisa brought Ellie because that's about the time that I looked at you and I kept saying, "Where's Ellie? Where's Ellie?"
And then Ellie, at different times, she would like get a washcloth and put it on Megan's head and get her a drink. She was able to be a part of it.
Right.
And then, you know, as Evelyn was being born, and, you know, I'll just share, like, it was the most, I mean, you said it's hot. And I said, ring a fire.
Yeah.
Ring a
I
fire.
said
We
it
knew
burns.
it was close.
It burns.
But she was in the water.
And that's where you listen to what your body tells you to do. So I slowed down.
Yeah.
I slowed down. But for Ellie, like we gave her the odd jobs of, you know, she had a stainless steel bowl that had ice and cold water in it. And so she would wring it out and give me, put them on my back or my forehead.
Yeah.
Or
She enjoyed being-
She manned my drink. And so she was always, "You want a drink, Mom? You want a drink?"
Yeah. It was precious.
So probably the part that came before it. Here is the video footage of Miss Evelyn being born. I will say we didn't get the camera set up because things just started progressing and going so fast. So the video is shot on a cell phone, and so the tilt is different than like it's vertical versus horizontal. So we'll just throw that out there, and then
Also in the video,
and
so
pictures.
yes, and in the pictures, so you guys know, the week before Evelyn was born, I was involved in a car accident. My eye is really black from that,
He's just beat up.
and I'm blessed to be okay from that. But I am excited and very overwhelmed
To share.
to share this video with you guys.
To you, I pray that you bring Megan mercy and comfort. I pray that you give her strength. Let your body do what it needs to do.
Oh, it burns.
Lord, I pray that you give her strength and realization.
Yeah, go stand by the front door, baby. Go stand by the front door. You're good. I can't see, so you'll just have to tell me when baby's head's coming out, okay?
As the surgery comes out,
I'm sorry, say again?
as soon as the baby comes out, hold it.
Yeah, just gently go through her legs and then lift the baby up over here. Just because if we come behind her,
Go down, please, just a little bit.
Created you for this moment. You feel baby's head coming. She feels head coming.
you're just gonna feel my hand.
You need to.
Coming.
Butt underwater, okay?
Yeah, you're okay.
so proud of you. You're doing great.
Deep breaths and bear down. Good. Feel what your body's doing. Feel what your body's doing. Slow down. No, but you're doing great. Bring it forward.
Push.
It's almost
Push.
over.
Push with the ring. Almost there.
Push, babe, push. Push.
Take a breath in between.
You're almost done. You're almost
there.
done.
You're almost there. I'm so proud of you. Keep going.
You are having your own birth right now.
It's amazing. You're doing so well.
Bear down. Let me know 1 minute and 2 minutes.
Okay, lift your baby up.
Here we go. I'm so proud of you.
Good job. You did it, Megan. Megan, you did it good.
You did it, Megan. I'm so proud of you.
It's gonna get a heart rate, okay?
You did so well. You're so strong. I'm
We
so
have this
proud
stuff
of
is
you.
good. Are you good?
You did so well.
Uh-oh.
You did it.
Making he looks exactly like Easton.
So proud of
And see how it's
40.
I know.
Ellie, do you want to tell us what it is?
You want to look at it?
you. Tell us what it is.
It's a boy.
Is it a boy? I didn't see it. Yeah.
It's a girl.
It's a girl.
I didn't know.
You saw the cord.
It's a girl.
Look at that.
How about that? You got your girl, Ellie.
So after little Miss Evelyn was born, I came out of the tub and moved me over to the couch, and I was able to lay on the couch and kind of check her, make sure she was all good. And Dylan took her from there and did a little skin on skin, and the midwife brought me some food, and I was able to eat some food. She was so wonderful. I think she, like, you know, after you have a baby, you just get this flood of hormones. And so, like, I remember her hand feeding me cantaloupe and bringing me a plate of cantaloupe. And like I shared a little bit in talking with my mom, like when I hit transition, I shake. And so, like, I still had a little bit of that after I had Evelyn, and I just kind of had the shakes a little bit. And so just kind of what my body does. But it was amazing to have the ability to get up and walk around, like, because I've had epidurals, and
Yes.
so I was stuck
Yes.
in the bed. And so after, you know, I was all good and kind of cleaned up, I was able to go take a shower, and like, it was wonderful to be able to walk from the living room to the bathroom and get myself cleaned up, and then be able to go get in bed and to, you know, have that time. And so that's when Evelyn got weighed and everything measured and everything like that. Kind of like the newborn type screening things was after I got cleaned up, and we both kind of crawled in bed, and it was probably 6 o'clock in the morning then.
Yes, it was.
And so everybody kind of left, and we were able to kind of have the morning to ourselves and to find some rest.
I mean, words can't even describe how I felt personally, just from the moment she was born to the moment that, you know, I held her in my arms for the very first time. I mean, it's just something out of a storybook. It's a part of my life that I will never forget. And then how strong and wonderful my wife did was just, that was the icing on the cake. To see her hold our daughter for the first time as well. was something that, I mean, as a husband, as a spouse, I was so proud of her and so blessed that she did what she did. It's just been a stepping stone in our lives that I will always look back on and
Just being wow of it.
realize, you know,
What a woman's body is capable of, and
Yes.
what you are able to do. Like, I mean, if you are a woman planning to have a home birth and you're watching this, the one thing that I would say is labor is a part of your body. The contractions, it's all a part of your body. And so it cannot be stronger than you are, because it's a part of you. It's a part of your body. And so that would be like my one piece of advice is it's not going to overpower you. It's not going to be too much. It's not what you can't handle, because it is a part of you. And it's what your body was designed to do. So that is my piece of advice. And at no point was I wanting an epidural. At no point was I wanting to go to the hospital. I was content being here at home. So that is like the last little bit that I would say is we are blessed and happy that we chose to have a home birth.
so as always, thank you for watching at the Wolterman Homestead. This is Dylan,
And Megan, take care.
and God bless.
Bye, guys.